Papa don't tell she the new for grave where my uche day. Papa Emeka don't blind from growing. Pikin don't fall now watch up I'm raw. Me self they shake my hand no feel. Yesterday we laughed today now just we more. If we don't stop this night where we they share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know.
She need the voice from under the soil. Brother, no let my blood turn to oil. Little Ada they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she no sabi this woe. I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, their death go burn you.
No, make we try yo. Back up in the day.
I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts, we no go fail you. If we hold this love, their death go burn you.
Oh, make we try, oh.
Back up joints with a trembling, oh. Hey. If we no join now, our children go so.
This is my wicked word. This is my confusion word. Listen to Palibran. I will tell you a story about one lady girl. Pali they go to work to. Pali they work for bank. Then I enter for motor. Driver they go. Opposite Udi, but the lucky hand the side. Along the Sukudu road, I see people run. I see people run. Then I ask the driver waiting they happen. Driver waiting they happen. Driver tell the pali boy, see no day for talk. See nothing for that. If better you take your eye and see. Then I call the driver. Driver waiting. Driver waiting. This is my wicked word. This is my confusion word. Listen to Palibran.
What's that marathon? We're not fighting each other. We know where we're going. We're going to get Biafra. There is nothing anybody can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. I need them to understand this. We've crossed the Rubicon, the point of no return. There is nothing anybody can do. If I'm alive, if I'm dead, if I'm wherever I may be, Biafra will come. If I'm dead, it's even better because it will come far more quicker. I can assure you. If Biafra is fighting for you, no one will touch your property. If you're fighting alone, you're bound to lose it. So Biafra is the best. We will become the 16th member country of ECOWAS. If Nigeria doesn't release those properties, then we'll take them to court and we'll get them back. Even twice the value. The Jews had investments all over the world. Most of the priceless artifacts and paintings belong to many families in Germany. It was stolen by the Nazi Party. Do you know that? Eventually they got everything back. with compensation on top of it. That's what we're going to do. If you touch our investments, we'll come back for you, and we'll know where we can get it from. So there is nothing for anyone to worry about. It's only if I'm not stopping you from being a Nigerian. If you are born on the streets of Lagos and you're going to be a Lagosian and your name is Adama, oh well and good. There's no problem.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I appreciate everyone that has connected wherever you are connecting from. Please like and share the program to other platforms. Invite other people to join us on this very evening section. I'm not going to take much of your time. We are going to do it as quick as possible. Pass this message and let the people hear us. A lot of things are going on, and we must not be silent. This is not the time to be silent. This is not the time to pretend we don't know what is going on. It is the time for us to take action, and we must begin to take responsibility and take action, and the time is now. As we speak, the Janjaweed are coming with full force in Biafran territory. For a very long time, we have spoken about this issue. We have talked about it, but people don't seem to be serious about this. When we talk about it, some people think it's just propaganda or blackmail, or maybe we are just trying to entertain you. It is not just an entertainment. It is the truth and nothing but the truth. The attack of the Fulani Janjaweeds is increasing. They are coming from all corners, from all parts, and they are increasing in their system of attack. All we have to do today as Biafrans is to make sure that on our own, we do everything we can do to make sure that our people are protected. A lot is going on in Biafra land. The tears that is flowing in Biafra land, the blood that is being spilled in Biafra land today is not something you will hear and you will be silent. The only thing we have to do today is to make sure that our land is protected. We must make sure that our land is protected. Who are those that are going to see that through? Who are those that is going to make sure that our land is protected? It is you and I. It is you and I. We must make sure that our own land is protected. How are we going to protect our land? We are going to protect our land by supporting the United States of Biafra, by making sure that we do not only come and make noise and walk away. We must make sure that we are doing what we are supposed to do. We must make sure that our voice is being heard, and everybody has to get to work. When we talk about the taking over of the entire Nigeria, it is not a child's play. The northern part of Nigeria already is in the hand of the enemies. The northern part completely has been taken over. And the reason we come to sound this warning at all times is for us to prepare for what is coming. If you are not still taking this serious, I am sorry. I'm sorry. Every single one of us is concerned. Our families are involved, even if you succeed in living abroad. While you are living abroad, remember you left some people back home. There are some people who cannot fend for themselves. There are some people back home who are facing this war on a daily basis. You never know who it will be. You don't know who is going to be the next person. I don't know how you feel as a person, but my own very self, each time my phone rings and I see the number, it is from that zoological republic. It is scary. Each time my phone rings, I look at the number, I see the number of the zoo. It is scary. I don't know what about you. I don't know if you go to sleep and sleep comfortably, seeing what is happening in the zoological republic. I don't know how you feel. It doesn't matter where you live, whether you live in the city or in the village, whether you have your family in the city or in the village, no part of that zoological republic is safe. How are we going to protect our land, Biafran land? That is the question. What are you doing to see that our land is protected? The loss of life that is happening in the zoological republic is scary. I don't know about you, but for me, it is scary. Very, very scary. Each time I get a message from Nigeria, you always expect that something bad is about to happen. You can never get a message. For me, I can't get a message and I'll just be happy and say, oh, look at this. No, you will always be having a double mind. Is that supposed to be so? Is it supposed to be that way? While we are seeing these atrocities, it is painful that some people who call themselves Biafrans are not paying attention. Some of us are still busy dragging posts. You are still busy pushing command and control. You are still busy trying to promote yourself and promote your agenda. You are still busy looking for where to get money, extort money from your fellow Biafrans. I don't know how some of these people sleep at night. I don't know how you sleep. Biafra land is under siege. We have had some revelations coming from right, left, and center, and yet you go to sleep. You hear prophecies coming that these people are planning a very serious, and it is not, you don't even need a prophecy for you to know the plan they are making. You don't need any prophet to tell you that this is what is going to happen. You don't need a prophet. Except you are not paying attention. You are one of those who is pretending to be sleeping. Except you are one of those who is ignorant, one of those who doesn't care, who doesn't have conscience. If you care about humanity and you have conscience, somebody don't need to preach to you and tell you what is about to happen. And it is going to be much more worse. You can see they have started their election. Today, you look at the news in Nigeria, they are talking about election. Where are you going to conduct that election? This is the wickedness of man. They have started dragging the Biafran people into the election, some of the ignorant ones. Even when we know we have a sovereign state. This is why when I remember my Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, I cry. How I wish my Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is here. If Prime Minister Mazi Simon was to be around, we would not be facing what we are facing today. This is why we will never forget Finland. We will never forget Finland authorities, no matter how they try, no matter what they do. We will never forgive them for what they did. Because we know the plan that Mazi Simon Ekpa had for Biafra. We know the plan he had. And Mazi Simon Ekpa is not somebody who is bluffing. He doesn't bluff. Whatever he says, he goes out all out to carry it out. Our Prime Minister doesn't bluff. But it's unfortunate. Finland connived with Nigeria and they could not allow us to join the fruit of our labor. When I remember the plans that our Prime Minister had, when I remember the lined plan, sometimes when I look at those brokers he made, you look at the brokers of Mazi Simon Ekpa from where he started and where he took us to, and the plans he has ahead, when you see it, you shed tears. You will now realize that we have been dealt a heavy blow. The absence of Mazi Simon Ekpa is a very heavy blow. I can bet you, if you are a genuine Biafran, you look through, you will understand that if the blow that they dealt without the President Mazi Simon Ekpa is even stronger than what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's even much more worse than what we felt in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Chukwu Okike Abiama speedily gave us a replacement. And before you know it, things were going on and things were held. But in the case of Mazi Simon Ekpa, you can see what is transpiring. In the case of Mazi Simon Ekpa, you can see that things are becoming much more difficult than you can ever imagine. Obstructions from right, left, and center. Everybody have their strength, their energy, and the level of strength. I am not trying to compare anybody. I cannot begin to compare Mazi Simon Ekpa with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Neither will I begin to compare Tunguzi Orebeze with Mazi Simon Ekpa. It is uncomparable anyway. Today, they just push us back and we are starting afresh. It's just like beginning again to find our feet. We are just starting all over to find our feet. I don't know how you feel when you sit back and think how far we have gone. The most painful is that some people who are supposed to be fighting hard to see that we move forward are the people today standing in the front to support and make sure that we do not succeed. It is sad and very, very painful. Very, very painful. During the time of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the same thing happened. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, after he broadcast, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made his last broadcast. He said, I am tired of broadcasting. I want to go and fight for my nation. That was the word of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He said, I am tired of broadcasting. I want to fight for my nation. After making that broadcast, he asked for 100 men, that when he had 100 men, that he can move, that other people can come later on. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not just say it, he meant it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu took us into 150 days preparation of prayers. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, after the 150 days fasting and prayer, that we will march. Some of you are not remembering that. We embark on 150 days prayer. We could not even get up to 50. The enemy saw it clear. And one thing is that these enemies of Biafra, the Janjaweed, the Caliphate, the British, and their conspirators, they know that Biafrans are not a joke. You cannot take us for a joke. They saw that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not playing. And what did they do? They could not even wait for a second. They moved. They entered into the Department of Saboteurs. My own fellow Biafrans were used to trap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was taken away from us. From there, every single move crashed. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu already established a force, then ESN. And when he established ESN, he made it clear, this is a security outfit. And we saw the video of the lineup of reserve who are coming up to make up the Liberation Army of Biafra. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made a promise that before we will march, we have up to 500 to 1 million Biafran army that are waiting. We saw the video. When he released the video, some people thought it was a propaganda. Some say it's from Amazonia. They began to talk all manner of nonsense. But the Janjaweed know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a joke. They kidnapped him. When they kidnapped him, every one of us cried. Biafrans, we are devastated. We had to start again. But luckily for us, we had Mazi Simon Ekpa, who has military experience, who is a politician, who has a broad experience on how to go about freedom fighting. Mazi Simon Ekpa did not wait for a second. Mazi Simon Ekpa keyed in. They began to attack him from right, left, and center. From the inside, the IPOB in Nigeria, you know, today, they swore. Fellow Biafrans that are looking for freedom with you and I, that said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a leader, they said over their dead body, will Biafra come through Mazi Simon Ekpa? They did not just say it and go to sleep. They began to fight. But in the midst of all those nonsense, Mazi Simon Ekpa did every single thing he has to do, including rescuing the ESN. The ESN, Mazi Simon Ekpa, some of you have forgotten, we lost men in ESN, brave commanders of ESN were taken out by their own fellow Biafrans because of the chaos that the Janjaweed created among us. The Janjaweed planted the seed of discord. They planted evil using the Department of Saboteurs. In one of their broadcasts, they gave an order that any member of the ESN that spoke to Mazi Simon Ekpa, that person should be beheaded. They gave that order. And many strong men of the ESN were taken out. While they were busy doing that, The white lawyer was busy executing his own agenda as he was paid by the Janjaweed. But in the midst of that trial, Master Simon Ekpa did everything he could to be able to rescue some of those ESN members. And when he rescued them, he galvanized them and put them together and began to sponsor them. We, the Biafrans, joined him, and every one of us began to sponsor and support them. Master Simon Ekpa transformed them into an army. They became an army. They were no longer carrying stick. They were no longer carrying double barrel. They were cooked and prepared as an army. We saw the army of Biafra in a very strong form. Every one of us was happy. We were all happy. Every single one of us was happy with the work of Master Simon Ekpa. He didn't just stop in rescuing them. After rescuing the ESN completely and taking out all those saboteurs, more especially the white lawyer. The white lawyer, Master Simon Ekpa, single-handedly nailed him until Master Nnamdi Kanu sacked him completely. Took away every single influence that those department of saboteurs have. Master Simon Ekpa did that with a strong message of truth and sincerity. Just like Master Nnamdi Kanu, Master Simon was extremely truthful. There was nothing secret. Master Simon did not do anything in the secret. Master Simon Ekpa Njoko did not do anything in secret. There is no secret meeting. No secret. Every single project he did in Biafra, he will announce it. Everything I know about that struggle, you yourself, if you are following Master Simon, you will know it. There is nobody that will say that he knows more than the other. He doesn't do anything in secret. He told us in the process of forming the government, everybody was involved. A government was formed in exile. And he gave reasons why we would do it. That the reason why we have to form a government is that you cannot operate an army as an organization. He made it very clear. You cannot operate an army as an organization. Only a government has the right. And so many of us did not know what is called government in exile. So many of us didn't know the power of the government in exile. So many of us didn't know the influence that government in exile enjoys. It was Master Simon Ekpa brought that on board, even when he mentioned it. Some people in the Zoological Republic, some of the media, pretend they don't know about it. They try to talk down on it. Some of the zoological media, they try to talk down on it. Oh, what is this talking about? What is this and what is that? They pretend they didn't know what it means, but they really know. They knew that Master Simon Ekpa knows what he's doing. They know very well that Master Simon Ekpa has a point. They know very well that Master Simon Ekpa is not a pushover. They know that every single step that Master Simon Ekpa is taking is legitimate and solid. They began to plot. They began to plot. And some of you saw them in their plotting. They did everything humanly possible to bring him down. While you and I were watching. We were sitting and we were watching. They attacked Master Simon Ekpa right, left, and center. They came from east, from west, from north, from south. All hell was break loose. Everywhere you go, it is Master Simon Ekpa this, Master Simon Ekpa that, Master Simon Ekpa did this, Master Simon Ekpa did that. At a point in time, including those who claim to be Biafran agitators, they joined the enemies and began to attack our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa. That was how terrible it is. At a point in time, they begin to attack Master Simon Ekpa. The same people we are fighting the struggle with. The same people we are chasing the same thing with. The same people who claim that they are looking for freedom. All of a sudden, they turn around and they began to fight against the same thing they are supposed to protect. What a shame. What a shame. As if that is not enough, Mazi Samuel Ekpa continued unstoppable. He continued to do the needful. In the midst of the difficult situation, in the midst of all the lies, he continued. Could you imagine? He got to the extent that even Mazi Samuel Ekpa himself was declared wanted, dead or alive, by his own people. The same people he is protecting and fighting for, they declared him wanted, dead or alive. You and I were here and we were watching. We saw everything play out. But in the midst of that, he did not stumble. Even when they thought they were going to stop him, he will increase his speed. The speed of Mazi Samuel was exceptional, and he never made any mistake. Until he brought us to where we are today, the United States of Biafra, which was his dream. The dream of Mazi Samuel was take us to United States of Biafra, a sovereign state. And he made it clear that after the declaration of Biafra, that is going to be a different ball game. And I know Mazi Samuel is not a joker. There is nothing Mazi Samuel said that he didn't carry out. There is nothing that Mazi Samuel promised that he didn't carry out. It is only an enemy that will come and say, oh, he said it and he didn't do it. Oh, he said this and he didn't do it. But he did every single thing. Just when he was supposed to complete the assignment, just when he was supposed to bring hell upon Nigeria and set Biafra free, they activated the global conspiracy and Finland weighed in. We will never forget Finland authorities. We will never. We will never forget Finland authorities. No matter what happens, we will never forget them. We won't forgive them. We will not forgive because they have dealt us a heavy blow. If Mazi Samuel Ekpa was to be around today, we will not be facing what we are facing. Many people have lost their life because of the absence of Mazi Samuel Ekpa. Many lives have been lost, and I continue to lose up to today as we speak. Biafrans are still losing their lives because of the absence of Mazi Samuel Ekpa. Today, Biafran forests have been taken over, completely taken over. The Biafran forests have been taken over, and there is nothing we can do about that. Everybody is just guessing. What we are hearing is guesswork. Do this and do that. Nobody is making a move to take any action. As we know, the Liberation Army of Biafra, which Mazi Samuel Ekpa established, has been weakened. They have been weakened, unlike what they are supposed to be. Due to the operation of those who call themselves the Fallback and Isaiah Anyog and all whatnot, they destroyed the Liberation Army of Biafra and they sowed the seed of discord in them. They created a confusion among the Liberation Army of Biafra. And today, the Liberation Army of Biafra is struggling to find their feet again. A stage that we have passed before. We just returned back to the stage, to the days of ESN. We are just back to the rescue of ESN that was done by Mazi and Samuel Ekpa. That is where we are back. They are still trying to find their feet, still on rescue. And look at the information they are coming. Taking over of Biafra land in every front, right, left, and center. Tears everywhere, blood flowing on daily basis. And there's nothing we can do. Today, the only thing the idiots are talking about today is election in Nigeria. You look at Nigeria, the people that are supposed to protect the people are not saying anything. They are talking about election. The criminal, Peter Obi, have started again. He have started again. With all the shedding of blood in Biafra land, he will never speak. In the last election, you saw how he brought death upon Biafran people in Lagos. Because of Peter Obi, many people lost their life, lost their property, lost their livelihood. And he never said sorry, nor apologized, nor fought for any of them. He has started again. And some idiots are beginning to listen to him, including Biafrans. This same man that exposed them to danger just some years ago exposed them to danger in Lagos State, and many people lost their life in Lagos State, lost their livelihood. He has started again, and some idiots are listening to him. He has started again, and they are listening to him. I don't know how many times things will happen to us before we learn our lesson. How many times will things happen to us before we learn our lesson? How many times? Just some few years ago, this same P2B came and lied, dragged you into debt. Dragged you into debt. The destruction of properties that is happening in Lagos today is as a result of P2B. The destruction of properties in Lagos is as a result of P2B, and yet P2B never fought for anybody that lost his property. We only had his voice when his own brother property was affected. He came out on the ground and began to challenge Lagos State because his own brother directly was affected. His own family property was affected. But all this while, his quest for presidency brought death upon Biafran people, and many people lost their livelihood, lost their businesses, and lives were lost. He never made case for any one of them. Today, he's coming again. And so many of them are lying behind him. What is wrong with us, Biafrans? What is really wrong with us? Sometimes when I think about the situation of Biafrans, this our Republican attitude, this our Republican nature is really, really destroying us. In as much as our Republican nature has advantage, it has advantage, it also has disadvantage. If we do not know how to manage this our Republican nature, it is going to be really difficult. I do understand that the Republican nature of mostly the Igbo Biafrans, that is their nature. You can't change it. We are not monarchical in nature. Everybody wants his opinion to be heard. Everybody wants his voice to be heard. That is their nature. But at the same time, we need to be very, very careful what we do. More especially the Igbo Biafrans. More especially Igbo Biafrans. We have created room for blackmail and propaganda against us. Nigerian government never see anything good. Nigerians never see anything good in us at all. If you continue to deceive yourself and think Nigeria is for you, sorry, you are going to wake up in your grave, and then it is too late. If you are a Biafran, more especially Igbo Biafran, and you think that Nigeria can do anything for you, sorry. Sorry. You see some of them today in politics, even when they know the truth, they cannot speak the truth. They continue to promote lie. They continue to support propaganda and blackmail. They continue to support wrongdoings. How long are we going to continue to allow this propaganda to work? You see so many of them telling this. They know the story of the Civil War. It is no longer news. The propaganda of the Civil War have been exposed. One of the major reasons why they want us dead. One of the major things they have taught their children to hate us. Each time you speak, they will tell you that the northern leaders we are murdered. And because of the death of the northern leaders, they will never forget. But finally, it has been established that what transpired has nothing to do with the Igbos. But up till now, this moment as we speak, they are still holding grudges against us. And all you see that those idiots that call themselves elites are still parading themselves, chasing either presidency, governorship, or whatever, selling out their own people. Before your own very eyes, before my eyes, Nigeria is being Islamized. Nigeria is being Islamized. Nobody is talking about it. No single person is talking about it. Nobody cares. In short, they pretend they don't hear it. They have taken it to the House of Assembly. They have taken it to their Senate. Still, nobody pays attention. People pretend it's not happening. I played a video here a long time ago where they were trying to smuggle that atrocity into their constitution. Let me see if I can find the video. For you to know how bad it is. Because sometimes when we say these things, we need to revisit programs that were done, the plans that Nigeria has against you and me. We need to be reminding you of those things. So that when you are thinking or making up your mind, you will know what you are about to face. You will know what you're about to get. So many of us do not understand what the Nigerian government has for us. You don't understand. When we talk about the atrocities of Nigerian government against the Biafra people, some of you think it's a joke. It is not a joke. The evil plan they have against you, against me, they don't hide it. They have taken it to the House of Assembly. But the people who claim to be representing you cannot do anything. In fact, they even pretend that it's not happening. The people who are supposed to represent you in the House of Assembly, they pretend they didn't hear it. But we had it. We had it. They have planned everything they can to smuggle madness into their constitution. But yet, when we talk about it, nobody cares. Let me tell you, if you are from the old Southeastern region, a Biafra, you are not the same with others.
Mr. Speaker, our constitution
have a reason.
allows
He brought you into Nigeria. Chukwu Okike Abịama has a reason he made you to be part of the zoo. And you must carry out that assignment. If you refuse to carry the assignment, whatever happens to you, it is up to you. You will carry your cross. I want us to listen to this video. Maybe it will take your mind back to understand the plan these evil people has for you. I want us to listen to this video once again.
freedom of worship of all religions. Mr. Speaker, we would not sit in this hollow chamber and restrict ourselves to just a few. If we begin to put such components into the Constitution, tomorrow the ecclesiastical faction comes up. The day after, the traditional faction comes up. The day after, all other components begin to come up. And what happens to our grand norm that is supposed to be a foundation of our existence? Mr. Speaker, Nigeria has never limited anybody from practicing his religion. You go to states like in the north, where you have Sharia being practiced as a criminal code for those states. It is because it's peculiar to them as a people and as a persons. By the time we begin to expand it and bring it into our constitution, we are not an Islamic state. We're a secular state. We're not a celestial state. We're a secular state. We are not a traditional worship state. We're a secular state that respects and gives everybody a sense of belonging.
Are you hearing? This debate is a debate on expanding Sharia law to other parts of Nigeria. Some of you forgot that this debate has happened. They are raising a bill to expand Sharia law to Imo State, Abia State, Rivers State, Ogun State. All the states in Nigeria, they want to expand it, Sharia law. They will use one language to quote it. Something that is not supposed to be mentioned. In a state they call a secular state. In a secular state, somebody rose up and brought this bill. You see the audacity of the Janjaweed. The audacity of the Janjaweed. Some of you think it's only to come and make noise on social media. They are fighting you even in legislation. They are fighting you in Asarok. They are on the ground. They are foot soldiers. Multi-dimensional approach. The same approach we are using against them. That is what the Janjaweed is using. They are not only fighting you with the AK-47. Their men are in the House of Assembly pushing the bills. Their men are in the Senate pushing the bill. Their man is in Asorok monitoring everything. But in our own, in the multi-dimensional system, what are you doing? Some of us, instead, we are a stumbling block. You want to stop somebody because you are not the person there. Some will say, instead of Biafra to come through Simon, let it not come. Some will say, because they didn't make me chairman of this, it will not happen. Some will say, until you do what I said, this will not happen. Meanwhile, the Janjaweed is bidding in the House of Assembly, pushing bill to expand Sharia law. Here
We're a nation. We need to be sensitive to the mood and the existence, freedom of speech, freedom of association, to live in happiness. Not a scenario whereby there could be some misconceptions. To this end, I wish to crave the indulgence of the sponsor of this bill that he steps it down for more legislative input, and consultation, which would be more in tune with our beliefs and the norms. But I do not believe it's a legislation that should pass for second reading. I so submit.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, my respected colleagues. I want to comment as the second to the last speaker spoke. In fact, the bill that was moved by the sponsor, we are supposed to commend him. I agree Nigeria is a secular state where we have different opinions, traditions, religion, and what have you. But if you see this motion or this bill, it will help Nigerians to know that these commercial banks, especially Taj Bank and what have you, many people have perceived that these banks are specifically for Muslims, while it is not. So by expanding this nature, I believe when it is encompasses to everybody, many people will see the benefit of this bill, and I believe in the near future, many people will see that the mover put this in a right direction. Thank you very much.
Honorable Kuya. I rise to add my voice to this all-important motion for a bill to amend our constitution with respect to the expansion of the description of Islamic law. Let me start by saying that the constitution mandates our government that they shall not adopt any religion as a state religion, meaning that Nigeria is a secular state. Number two is the fact that Section 38 is very clear as to the rights given to all Nigerians in terms of choice of religion and how they worship. Section 2 goes further to say that Nigeria is a federation consisting of the federal government and then the state governments, giving the states the liberality to adopt whatever kind of law they want to use in governing their people. And that's why we have some states with all this Sharia law and all of that. They're permitted to do it, the states as of assembly. But the constitution as a ground law that governs all of us, the traditional institutions, the Obas in the Yoruba land, the Igwe in the east, Shakiri, the Fulanis, the Hausas, gives us only one right, the right to choose whichever one we want. We can therefore not allow this constitution to become so filled with frivolities that is supposed to be the mandate of the state. We have all been clamoring for physical federalism. Give more power to the states to do it the way they want, to do it in the way of the culture of their people. And that's why I would want to employ the mover of this motion to please allow us to please step down this amendment for the time being so that we can deliberate more on it. Because of course, from the way I see it, it's such that the state should be considering.
You see, when you listen to their debate, they are not saying that that is not possible. What they are only saying, give them more time to think about it and implement Islamic law. When you listen to every one of them, they are not saying that they are not condemning it outrightly, which is what it's supposed to be. They are supposed to condemn this Islamic bill. They are supposed to condemn it completely. They are not supposed to allow it to see the daylight. These are the people, when you bring out the release of Mazen Nandekano in the greenhouse, they will throw it to the dustbin, they will condemn it. But look at Islamization of Nigeria. They are demanding for time to discuss it. And when you hear these criminals talking for time, when you give them time, then the Janjaweed will go to back and buy them up. Sponsored and supported by Saudi Arabia, they will go back and buy every one of them, give them money. Once they give them money, before you wake up the following morning, these bills will be passed. You see them discuss it first. The next time you are going to hear this bill, you will hear that they have passed it already. It might take a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, but you will wake up one day and hear they have passed it. We cannot be part of these people. The Islamization of Nigeria is not fake. It is not a propaganda. It is real. And the earlier you understand it, the better for you. This is why when I remember the work our Prime Minister have done, I shed tears. The Prime Minister of Biafra, Mazi Simon Ebanjoku, did a great work. He did a great work. And he was able to secure a very strong army. But what do you see today? What do you see today? They have gone ahead today to destroy the army that Mazi Simon performed. How many of you remember when the army of Biafra marched? How many of you remember the video where Biafran armies were marching? How many of you still remember that? How many of you still recollect when Mazi Simon released that video? You see Biafran armies and you see how happy you were. Today, where are they? Where are they? Are you asking yourself question? Where are these men? Have you ever sat down and asked yourself, where are these men? I don't know whether if some of you understand what I'm saying. Have you ever sat and asked yourself, where are these men whom Mazi Simon unveiled? And when we saw them, everybody was happy. Where are they? Where are they? It is heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking. Where are our army, the Liberation Army of Biafra? Where are they? When I remember those videos that we used to see in those days, in their marching, I'm trying to see. Let me see if I can find that video so that we can see these men and ask questions. Where are they now? Where are they? Where is the Liberation Army of Biafra? The army that was unveiled and everybody was happy. The army that was unveiled and courage, confidence filled the air. And every one of us was impressed. Where are they? Have you asked yourself, where is the Liberation Army of Biafra? Do you still remember them? Do you still want to see them? Do you still think about them? The Liberation Army of Biafra, where are they? I want us to watch this video once again. Watch this video once again and ask question, what happened? And when you watch this video, you know that Finland has committed a crime against us. We will never forgive them. We will never forgive Finland, no matter what happened. We will never, ever forgive them. Because Finland is responsible for every single thing we are facing today. They will bear the consequence of everything we are facing today. How many of you remember these videos? Do you still remember this? Do you ask yourself now, where are these men? Ask yourself, where are these men? When we talk about Liberation Army of Biafra, this was an army formed by the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ebanjoko. Where are they? Well equipped. Well equipped. Where are these men? Where are they? When Mazi Simon was there, who are you? Fulani cannot dare to cross our area, Biafra land, to take over our land. Where are they? What happened? For you to know what we have lost with the absence of Mazi Simon Ekpa, that is why I played this video. I want you to know what we have lost in the absence of Mazi Simon Ekpa. Where are these men? Where are these men? Well equipped, ready to defend the land, paraded in public. Where are they? For you to know what we have lost, Finland have dealt us a very heavy blow. Alex Stobb have really committed crime against humanity. For every single blood that dropped in Biafra land, Alex Stobb will be held responsible. Today, the absence of Mazi Simon Ekpa have led to the disorganization of this. So many of this army that you are watching here today have joined the Bubag. So many of them have joined Udugachi. Some of them have joined Asare Dokobo because of lack of leadership, because of propaganda, because of blackmail. This is to remind you how far our prime minister have gone. And now begin to imagine, if our prime minister was to be around up till now, imagine what will happen. I want you to imagine what will happen if Mazi Simon Ekpa carried this army into the declaration of Biafra. If Mazi Simon Ekpa was still in place, directing and managing this army into this declaration on the 29th of November 2024. And now, of course, you know what was coming. Mazi Simon Ekpa said it in black and white, what is going to happen after that declaration. And he wasn't joking. You and I know that he was not joking. Today, where are these men? Where are these men? The Liberation Army of Biafra took over Biafra land completely. They took over Biafra land completely. Took over Biafra land completely. Even the Department of Sabotua, nobody saw them. They disappeared. The Department of Sabotua ran away. They ran away. They could not show their face. The Department of Sabotua could not show their face anywhere when Mazi Simon Ekpa was around. Who burned them? Today they are regrouping. You see them opening headquarters in Germany. You see them coming out to speak. The one that called himself a Mapa Wallace was sealed, completely banned. Even the zoo could not even report it because he became irrelevant. He became irrelevant. Some of you have forgotten. Do you ask yourself question, where are these men now? How many of you ask that question? When I watch this video, I shed tears. When I watch this video, I shed tears. The labor of Mazi Simon Ekpa. The labor of Mazi Simon Ekpa. You could see somebody that is working and the effect of the job. For every single penny you donate, you'll be seeing it with your own eyes. With little resources. When you watch these videos today, how do you feel in your heart? Do you ever ask your question, where are these men? Do you ask yourself? Do you ask yourself, where are these men? Mazi Simon Ekpa suffered a lot. Do you know what it takes to raise an army? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu established a security outfit. Mazi Simon Ekpa came on board and raised it to an army. He raised it to an army. And today, where are they? Where are they today? They destroyed the labor of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. You can imagine. When I watch this video today, I shed tears. I begin to imagine where we would have been today, where Biafra would have been today, in this 7th month, where we would have been. I can imagine where we would have been if Mazi Simon Ekpa was with us. But they came in and they destroyed every single thing that was built. So many of these men you're looking here today are dead. So many of them today have become enemy to their own people. Many have joined the Bubago. Many of them have joined the Dogachi. Afraid Okubo have taken some of them. And few of them today are still trying to put themselves together. A confident army that parades in the public, very confident, with good number of equipped men. When was the last time you saw this parade? During the time of Mazi Simon Ekpa, you see our Liberation Army parading in the street. You should have known what it will be now. Biafra land would have been too hot for them. Biafra land would have been too hot for them. What I was expecting was these people to carry out the mission of Mazi Simon Ekpa. After all, Mazi Simon Ekpa told us what to do. Mazi Simon Ekpa told us what to do. He made it clear. What will we do after the declaration of Biafra? But where are the men? Where are the men? It is a very painful situation. But every one of us, we will never give up. Continue to pray for our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, wherever he is. Continue to pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to join us as soon as possible, because this battle must be fought and it must be won. This battle must be fought and must be won. It is not a battle you fight by mouth. That multi-dimensional approach must be followed to the highest level. Mazi Simon Ekpa was able to carry those multi-dimensional approach. The multi-dimensional approach, he was carrying all of them together. The civil disobedient, the self-defense, the diplomatic level, he was carrying 3 of them hand in hand. They were all to the highest level. But the Janjaweeds, they came in and they came to distort. Today, our people allow their Republican nature to begin to be a confusion. It is high time we manage ourselves and control this our Republican nature before it takes us to hell. There is a video I watched where somebody was explaining about the Republican nature of the Biafrans, Uchechukwu Merije. I want us to hear this interview that was granted to Uchechukwu Merije. I want us to listen to this very. I think we can learn something from this very interview. This interview, the response of Uchechukwu Merije here was excellent in the sense that he was able to destroy some of the blackmails and propaganda of the enemies against the Igbo people. They always misinterpret our ingenuity, but at the same time, you don't blame them because we gave room to that. And I still say that our Republican nature, it really need to be revisited. I think it has to be revisited so that we don't continue to make this mistake again and again. And I hope it will be revisited. Let's see here. I don't know if you can hear. I'm not sure you can hear me. If you can hear the video, let me know if you're hearing it. If you're hearing it, type on the comment section. Let me know if you can hear it. Please write on the comment section and let me know if you can hear it before I proceed. Just write on the comment section. Let me know if you can hear the video. Can you hear it? If you can hear it, let me know. Oh, you can't. No sound. Oh, so sorry. Sorry about that. I think sorry about that. Let me see. Sorry, I think I have to download video since it cannot play. This was a video, an interview granted to Uche Meridi. Most of you know Uche Meridi, and he was talking about the nature of the Biafra, more especially the Igbo Biafrans. He was explaining the nature of an Igbo Biafran, our our Republican nature that people misunderstood for different things altogether. He was trying to explain it. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Maybe I'm going to try to get the video on a version that you can be able to hear. Maybe on the next program I will play it. I'm sorry about that. We cannot be able to get the sound. So, as I was saying, my beloved brothers and sisters, we must sit up wherever we find ourselves. We must sit up. We should not give up. Our land is surrounded as we speak. For those of us in Biafra land, please, you must be security conscious at all time. Wherever you are in Biafra land, you must be security conscious. Do not allow anybody to distract you. Do not allow anybody to deceive you. You must pay attention to everything that is happening around you. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. Our freedom is in our hand. The security of our land is in our hand. It is only us that can secure ourselves. Nobody can do it for us. Nobody. If we don't secure ourselves, nobody will. Nobody will secure us. That is why every one of us must put our hand on deck to make sure that our land is protected. If you see something, say something. Every one of us must hear this bell ringing. It is not a propaganda. It is the truth and nothing but the truth. And we must listen to this truth. I don't know how else to push this message to make people understand that there is war going on in Biafra land. There is war going on in Biafra land. War is already going on. In as much as some of us are still pretending that nothing is happening, please, I want you to understand that there is war going on in Biafra land. Maybe you don't understand the way I'm saying it. I'm going to play it in another form. Maybe you understand when you hear from this very person.
Prosperity, progress, or what but see the one I get for the walk, no cap, but the people super the walk. When I was there, Tuesday, when I go in Besson, I call out for a pack on a draw, soon as Besson, and two Arab go no, cannot go on our one. The Arab woman, no, sa, why, and Dora Boom, I can grab an aqua, I call an aqua the empty. On our cousin, what is that young guitar? On our cousin, every person on a chet, but then I create one and I will go in. Every person can replace one of Asia and Acre, whom we have to go down our body of friend. I get to move. Yeah, I just want to talk about 3 G swag. Can you get through on the side when I can't do on the side? I'm on. Get the swag, and I want to 7 million, 10 million naira. It's funny, we want to look for a way to get it. This is look whatever they do. I won't be able to do because I can the corner. Now, the organization, Yadika, and the Nika Nagali, and the go about Canada. You want to be the one of the village, and you want to keep on the mother. But I get for the war. On your run on Macomb, somewhere there on Bonada, or whatever you want to do it with those on Bonada, or one of Bukana, but I just want to Israel to the war for a Bible. I'm a Monamanka. Not the home Israel to Joroco. Go Bible, we're going to go about prosperity and go more. But in the morning, now, rock on a Bible. Any now, I go on a Bible, when my other major rock. I got 100 police and well, or Philistine or the Lobo, or my friend, or walk on the Philistine or the Lady. I always read away. Oh, put Israel on my own, my kitchen, Israel or when I look at the piece of the penny and the book well. Jara said, but the dear, or what they call Jerusalem, dear baby. You did not please that dear baby. Corinthians say, any now, I want the Corinthians to get the nigga. Any now, one I can have on a comment. Oh, you have and don't want to no give up. No give up. So, no getting carrier. I hear a job, but don't you no Gonada, but I didn't want to know Gonada. When I go on how we touch you with rice, with time come with that project. When I want a project, there's only a project. When I came to the better, you would. But in the matter of Gonada, let people get ready because Gonada, they have Katana, will spoke as in the mobile money and yo. Or Gonada, I don't want Gonada, I don't say what I want and I got here. You know, Katana, you want to get Belis, or no, breezy, a dinner, but a while away, and when you see the cat, you breezy, to our way, you know. I bet you around the ground or in a breezy, will check, but I believe we're in away, you know. It's still, but I'm going to go back. It's away, and I won't have a way, you know. When I want one, I can do for this, black, but I had to wave no way to be for a card, you will be dinner, but I didn't protect. Okay, boys, they get no zone, I got some, get back on, got them. When you forgot one, we say, I got them, I can't work at them, man. People never know, when I put it, I will do. Or can I know, but one and the mother has said, we I get you a download. When you want to go and catch it number. Let's say, we catch a begging on our banda. You know, and then they are when you're going to be or got value good again for the moment, or why now? If we got us, would you want to buy the dress? So you got it. You don't want to buy in and I'm going to what about you? Let's say, because the banking will back to your fair loan over and buy. Macaro, that I get up the bank. I go away, baby. I go away, Tawaras. So look at that, but in the mother of Gonada, only Kusini also, none about Gonada. Or Makina, the Veganaka, I don't think the mother of Gonada. Ogonada and Ogada, they had the Bible, everyone who got Montoroyada. On the military, I'm calling it, can I stay on Imana, or Ogunada, 10 people, Nana Padilo. It was in Asia from January to December, Fian and back in Agua, changing our topic, one Ogunada. And then I go some part and I buy how we put on Ogunada. He got a revelation of Ogunada and Eddie and Ogada. But they don't like you good revelation, a full man good revelation. Every I go betting important, even though I am well like Yagi. And you in your project on the young can fund the cheese, and you can demand you, and you can the Janara. You can the Anabol, Jesus, you need an engine question, more not on a beauty, no, not on in our own to the rebuke. You will say, I am the hope for all rebuke, the entire bullshit. I don't got buy and carry it will be a quite parapet, our balls of whom we are not out. What be a book over here? What be a book over here? Roll look at all of your ways to do. I was all look at one way I go out, one more look at. The most expensive church and the most expensive school in Bundo can win. When I got to get away. To say, and now I may be a better one as there. Carabundo Coto, Carabundo Coto, when you want to go 9 on. Carabundo Coto, Holy God, move in your Braga, pandemic man again like a fire. Oh, fire, I'm the time. Where do you will more all out? And the Papa no more copper, the shade, and the Papa Haka, who are like a press, and didn't know where one day, oh God, in a Papa, because the rock will go run your coat. Fire, and don't fire, go no that day. We don't know, fire. We look at the walk on top of your ways. All fire, you need to the job. Came by on about us on a fire. I don't want to know we are about that. You are the woman. You don't know when you are. But in the mother is so happy on that. But in the mother, not for that. But in the mother, so one way. You look at that one, next man, you more a big Baba Malabo, Kahadi, the Bigo, the Bidia. Then every more a conky more in Negabanon, Nagabanon, Bogota, Neruana. Neruana in the book, but Hadid on a judge on India, Sabayana Boon. See the weapon here from what being to him a pan. Hadid on a judge on Moon. You know, as we look at back, although no on a police, then what that big is looking at. I'm saying to Buduru, Bruson, Piana Jesus, when they bring a Jesus, where the source here I hold the pan. Jesus on the
This message is raw and clear. It is not a joke. Even though the guy making the interview is making this to be a joke, this is not a joke. It is reality. And these are messages we continue to play again and again. If we don't understand it in a serious mood, we use humor to put these messages, but we must preach it. No matter who you are, you must listen to these messages. They are very important. Very, very important messages.
Something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. Mani mama, mani hanya ekukita weke like it again. They say like online. Ona baka segaro. Mani have the truth of what we see. Ama ego nye kunu ito nene no bi onyawa. Iga mani aka poko bi film good table film power bi. Na even all the tribes when Nigeria, even from Bible, the only tribe amaro how to protect their own Bundigo. So the elites no na Igbo Bundi amaro how to fight and protect their own. That's what we see in the Bible now. But we go one time I know money prayer that, but I'm the best way I got it because I shall be book on this.
Sorry. Let me get it again.
Now, we're into 12. Oh, when the side that, we're going to go Ruben. When the side that, we're going to no, we're going to officer, the Gibia, or the Jali Number, how about the Boya, or more.
This is not the beginning.
We're going to simple on the Naftali, and so on and so forth. So, when this does only have a house in back, and the very far, wow, the family. Now, eventually, and the government in Nigeria, the man, we're Koyega, we're Tuniananga. Ndiaosa, the Fulani, even go back of fact, when they want to learn about Allah, like saying, now, no, you know, how did they want to then came one of our people. They were at the same time. You know, get the one, you want to mental problem.
It's a mental problem.
It's a very big problem. Ota case away and somebody have one member. Also, na go no election ka na-eme. Olufe na-achị ofu obodo, nnukwu obodo nwanụ nọ n'ụwa, one of the major, most powerful countries in the world. They will election na befa, the man lose the election. Ozugbo lose election, ndị terrorists niile, ndị Hamas, ndị ISIS, ndị Al-Qaeda, ndị Boko Haram, na-enwe aṅụrị na-agbapọtị na-agbọ mmanya na-aṅụrị na demand adịghị election. Gị nwa nọrọba n'ebe ị nọ, na-enwekwa aṅụrịkwa na demand dakwara election, ime problem. Gịnị ifere ka ndị ilo na-aṅụrị because of an event? Gị nwa sorokwa na-aṅụrịkwa because of that same event a. You have a problem. Look at David Eba. Even in our because of the better person of Israel. It's okay, ma, they know begin. Obuna, if you make it up, the politics or assassin, like now, election and the book it up. Get another election, the man of that. Either Israel think about the Ruju. This is a covenant children of God. And they Baba, they no phone apple, Puraka, the Faka, where Muago, the Nachipuchapa, they were going out. This is the Ruju, this is the Much again, the Ruju, something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. Mani Mama, Mani Handa, a Bukita weekend, like it didn't get, they say like online. On Apaka Segaro, Mani have the truth. Of what place Yama, a boy, Pulitan and the Lobionawa. Iga, Malaria, up with film with the police and Powobi. Now, even all the tribes in Nigeria, up more one in and even from Bible, the only tribe are how to protect their own. Sosoni, leads on an evil, how to fight and protect their own. That's what we see in the Bible now. Let's go one time, I don't want to play that, but I'm never to be a candidate because actually people on this. But I can't take it in and say, Sakopania, they pay you no. Someone can give me and I find you down and I find you to be wrong because now if we see that was someone over Israel and people maybe of most of our release are not area. Oh yeah, but in the world, over the weekend, Umukulu and Ditoro Demona Yoruba. The Hanas Hagen with Yoruba Nation. I can tell Yoruba Nation. They do say again, the police warn of us about oh now, try, passing also pay legal and I am Yoruba Nation. You had it. But my room was everybody's greatest surprise. I'm put up on. That will have I can know again. But then now, Yoruba Nation, you can Nigeria. Now, watch your video. Watch your photos we go see how many. Even the Nigerian police in army, if an hour have been because also smart like us the 40 years ago, you know, and I said those 3 bullets for them. But they did not come out to kill those people. Try because who will go to put down when I join the nation? No, they will not be a better I am telling you, I got one to pieces one. One someone that had less than 100 account of weather. What can you put the difference? Difference now. The Yoruba Mala, now they are the least. People need all to know now one has. And I got no December 1 and there. They will fight and protect their own. Can you remember that the Fulani has now terrorist organization. Why? Because how to protect them. Our misguided brothers that we need to call them to order, our misguided, misdirected brothers. So, he said, cattle root, open a family, secondary compensation. Even the government in the Bible is to defend them. Federal government has never come out to condemn the Fulani herdsmen. Why? Because that the Ufanas. Then Boko Haram, can you go where before we declare Boko Haram terrorist organization? Ah, make it the loud, make it the book, take it over. Brothers. So, I think that so come on, federal government take a book make there. Not the book now. See, Charles cattle root. Also, on the faggy saga. Open a family here. Rice, attire. Anyway, and the secondary compensation. Even the government in the Bible is to defend them. Government has never, federal government has never come out to condemn the Fulani headsmen. Why? Because nothing of any of an house. Then Boko Haram, can you go away before we declare Boko Haram terrorist organization? Ah, make it the loud, make it the book, take it over local government. Then they said before I went up with that, even when I'm moving from the protect it of a railroad today, they still protect their own. Oh, yeah, but they cheated Boko Haram, they cheated there, and they found a facility. They are warfare, they never bread and tea. Because uniform. They have to work I need a cleaver if they have uniform. Then as in a radicalized then they put for the paper set their food to go up and go out. It was some girls away from Nigerian army, Sahajan and Nigerian person had to go across in H.R. Put at least a handle of the same Nigerian government, then the IPOP. And then our answer, and we have sell. India Bobula, India, we are for the army. Our toy honey map, and I told you map. You humanize them, you mess them up, you do a lot of things to them, and then listen, now they listen, and I come to the government, I got a bone on a cry, because the Igbo man does not know how to protect his own. There are a lot of values for Dikefa. Ndị ọzọ dị na na-eme book. Can go see in the Bible. Can go see something in the Bible. And then we be hand on by the foundation for the case of Israel, for the benefit of our viewers. Ndị a dị so ebola n'oge. Can go see an event in there na obodo Israel. O nwere one man bụ onye a Levite, when they Levite. In fact, this story in Judges chapter 9 to 21, we can summarize here. Now, this man, one guy was no wine, I'm not concubine, the Bible for you. But I'm with you, and you're very important, what you know this soup, okay. So, then, why could dear chocolate? So, dear Jonah had been here. But I said, dear, like there, so dear, after some days, they were just going to Panatia, so dear Panatia, and days when I met Chia back. Kahana again. Chichi the Fagosa. Everybody to lay alone and market square. Hana, one man, the Jelu, Nana, but welfare. We said, able to the jobs and the bank. I drop a superman. They have become Ijena Ben. So the man of one of our Ijena Ben, man. You want a better man. But that the man, they had Nima Godia, Camel fan, and so on. Who do not who could do without Dicky Bear, then a Benjamin. Who could do without what would the man say? Now you fool. Working on one batana baby. What that the man can go see Nana Judges chapter 19. Look at verse 20. Okay, verse 24. Verse 22, sorry. Verse 22. Nana verse 2 give Fagba the man has said. Now as they were making their hands merry, because the men of the city, certain sons of the layer, beset the house round about. Peter the door, spoke to the master of the house, the old man, where say, bring forth the man that came into your house, that we may do what? That we may know him. Actually, Tinia, I promote him and I like working by actually where I go. What I demand, I deny. It's not my way, so can I get the man of them? And when one more exactly so then I came out now. That's all my mother. Can I know when the wine is good? I don't know why. When I work, I don't work, I get it in work. I get me a promoter. So, everybody may see, I don't see the argument. The man know where because if I'm with you, I'm what I go so they so don't focus on the man who package you with your one of your certain one of my culture. Now, verse 25, I'm not Russia. Verse 25. So, but the men will not hearken to it. So, the man only actually
took his concubine and said, "Bob, then I like to move. You go, so or package and they brought her photo to them, and they knew her. However, this girl go, and that gives her all the night. But this girl go throughout the night. Yeah, he go away to the woman. Now, for my by the time she that woman died 1 hour. So but the man from was 29, and when he was coming to the house, or the man, they went down. Went to Kwasia Munye, then I said, he took a knife, laid hold on his concubine, and divided her into 11 pieces, together with her bones, into 12 pieces, and sent her into all the coasts of Israel. Can you get the man of man? Into 12. Oh, when I say that, we got a table, Ruben. When I say that, we got into 12. Oh, when I say that, we got a table, Ruben. When I say that, we got a table, Ruben. We got a conversation. The or the Benjamin, how about the Boya or more? We got a Judah, we got a Sebulon, the Naphtali, and so on and so forth. So when this seven does only have our Simba, and the very found, wow, the family. Now, I'm short. This look at in the way where Cindy Benjamin, all the Mamma Macameli, how much the Palikas, I do and hands up home. No, they have a question of a man over Israel. They might be funny thing. The Benjamin, where Sefa, oh, yeah, the Benaga. I said, the way the wine you get the burger. It's not about the Mamba, but a man of the they protected their own. They shielded their own. Now, when they know myself, and I'm going to have a source of the liar who was the Benjamin, we won't release them. So everybody protect it, but this is the does. But open on about the Romaka, and they are not so okay. I'm 11 tribes in Chicago, where they are not so one tribe of Benjamin. The Benjamin, Ralo, come I got to Romaka, Luson, I know, what do I want to our greatest surprise? However, even as our ball grammar, over the watch here, and that battle now, verse 21, chapter 20, and the first round of that battle, Bible said, and the children of Benjamin came forth out of Gibeon, and they destroyed it down to the ground of the Israelites that day. 22,000 men. Now they want you. They are family. I do not know about protect you. And of us, 11 tribes were people support. Continue to have Chineke and see the Benjamin and the right for protecting their own children. God fought for them. But maybe Israel in the war, Israel 22,000. Now, how do you reconcile that?
I saw the message you're writing there. Some of you just write because you feel you want to write. This man is here preaching about self-preservation, which is the major problem we have in the Biafra struggle. What is your problem? Your problem is that he is speaking in Igbo language. That is just your problem. And you want to show maybe you know how to speak English, or maybe that you are much more understanding than any other person. This is the problem we are having in this struggle, as we say. Somebody is preaching a message on self-preservation. Instead of you to pay attention and get the message, you are busy talking nonsense on the comment section. Look at what you are writing. Just go back and read what you are writing. You wouldn't even pay attention to listen what the message is all about. Your sentiment is about the language is used to preach. And you narrow it down to Igbo said and Igbo said. And you're having an Igbo name there. People with that kind of your mentality are the same people who will work with Nigerian government, and when they talk about their people, they say they don't care. What is the problem that he's speaking in Igbo language? Does that make any difference? It can be somebody from a Calabar, it can be someone from the BBO. Any Biafran language can be allowed for somebody to make a preaching and make a message. The important thing is, what is the message? The message is self-preservation. Self-preservation, the message. But look at where your little mind go to. You use your little mind to create a sentiment with that your comment. Go back and read that comment you read. Just think within that comment you wrote and see, what does that comment mean? What do you intend to achieve with that comment you just wrote in that comment section? What do you intend to achieve? Some of you will never learn, even though you claim to know everything.
Israel went up and wept before the Lord until evening. Now, sorry, Ghana verse 25 verse, and Benjamin went forth against them out of India. The second day was in Geba, and they destroyed down to the ground of the children of Israel 18,000 men. All of them were people that were drawing the sword. Around two, Benjamin over 18,000. If I call 18,000 for 22,000, or 40,000 Israel who's land. Why? Benjamin is about I say that I now know to protect our misdirected brethren. Why? America had every way to why go for woman and equal. No, I can't fight. I can fight for them. Oh, but they need how to fight for their own use. Even the use of this one still also made a mistake. You will first of all, if people they put on all you to chaco dog on the see, but that's any mono. You will not want to do when everything. Therefore, in our support. Oh, God, I get it. But if put up publicly, they go see the way or fear to control them. That is exactly the situation everybody.
Which is exactly what this person that calls himself Chuksumunnakwe is doing. Chuksumunnakwe cannot even be bold to defend his own. You are only attacking the message of this man because he's using Igbo language to speak, even though you have Igbo in your name. Do you think by denying your Igbo language that will make you innocent? Or by speaking English that makes you innocent? You think by using English language to speak and talk about Biafra that makes you innocent? You saw somebody preaching self-preservation in his own language, which is the major problem we all have, preserving ourselves, whom we are. But all you could see is this nonsense you wrote on that comment section. Some of us, we don't think before we act. We don't even think before we write what we want to write. You just want to make your presence known.
And even this story that you will discover wisdom of God about Israel, how we decided about what because they were fighting to protect.
I think I have to stop it here. I have to stop the play here. The most important message to be drawn from this message I played is for you to know that we must preserve whom we are. As Biafrans, we must put ourselves first. And wherever we are coming from, you must not deny whom you are. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what happens. You must not deny yourself or deny whom you are. Because you want to please some people. Because you want people to see you as somebody who is neutral. You want people to see you, oh, this one is not like his brother. Oh, you are not like other Igbos. The same thing that is making the Igbo politicians to sell their people. Because they want to be neutral. They want to present themselves as innocent. You must learn to preserve yourself before you begin to talk about protecting someone else. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will continue to guide us. Every one of us that is on this program, I urge every one of us to be aware of what is happening. Do not get distracted. Do not be deceived. If you are in Biafra land, be security conscious at all times. Whenever you are going out, be security conscious. Wherever you are, if you see something, say something. Don't be deceived or distracted. The war is already on. There is war already going on in Biafra. Don't think it's a joke. It is not a joke. The war is already on. But I pray that every one of us will be secured. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect us as Biafrans. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our Deputy Prime Minister, may Chukwu come and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpan Joko. May Chukwu come and protect our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We pray that all Biafrans in Biafra land will be protected, no evil shall befall us. No weapon formed or fashioned against us, our leaders shall prosper. Thank you for being part of this program. I will see you tomorrow morning, same time. Join us on our morning program, and may Chukwu come and bless you. Stay safe and see you next time.
Yeah, my dear, on the beat.
See mommy Nkechi, a rapper don't tell she the kneel for grave where my uche day Papa Emeka. Don't blind from growing, Pekin don't fall, now watch up I'm raw. Me self they shake my hand no feel. Yesterday we laughed, today I just swim home. If we don't stop this night where we they share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know they.
Chine do voice from under the soil. Brother, no let my blood turn to oil. Little Ada they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she no sabi this woe. I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
No, make we try yo. Back up in the day.
I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
Oh, make we try yo.
Back up joins with a trembling. Oh, hey. If we no join now, our children go so.
This is not wicked word. This is not Confucian word. Listen to Palibran. I'm really telling you a story about one lady girl. Pali they go to work. Pali they work for bank. Then I enter for motor. The river they go. The river they go. Opposite Udi. But the lucky hand the side. Along Gusukudu Road. I see people run. I see people run. Then I ask the driver. The driver waiting they happen. The driver waiting they happen. The driver tell the Pali boy. See no day for talk. See no day for talk. If you better you take your eye and see. Then I call the driver. The driver wait you. The driver wait.